Life is not always a matter of holding good cards, but sometimes playing a poor hand well. The proper function of man is to live, not to exist. I shall not waste my days in trying to prolong them. I shall use my time. I do not live for what the world thinks of me, but for what I think of myself. There's only one way to make a beginning, and that is to begin. And begin with hard work and patience, prepared for all the disappointments. The most beautiful stories always start with wreckage. Not all the monsters have fangs. Darn the wheel of the world. Why must it continually turn over? Where is the reverse gear? One cannot violate the promptings of one's nature without having that nature recoil upon itself. I write for no other purpose than to add to the beauty that now belongs to me. If cash comes with fame, come fame. If cash comes without fame, come cash. It is so much easier to live placidly and complacently. Of course, to live placidly and complacently is not to live at all. Age is never so old as youth would measure it. To be able to forget means sanity. Desire is a pain which seeks easement through possession. Man rarely places a proper valuation upon his womankind, at least not until deprived of them. Don't write too much. Concentrate your sweat on one story rather than dissipate it over a dozen. Alcohol tells truth, but its truth is not normal. Some sorts of truth are truer than others. You can't wait for inspiration. You have to go after it with a club. I would rather be a superb meteor, every atom of me in magnificent glow, than a sleepy and permanent planet. I'd rather sing one wild song and burst my heart with it than live 1,000 years watching my digestion and being afraid of the wet. I would rather be ashes than dust. I would rather that my spark should burn out in a brilliant blaze than it should be stifled by dry rot. A bone to the dog is not charity. Charity is the bone shared with the dog when you are just as hungry as the dog. Show me a man with a tattoo, and I'll show you a man with an interesting past. There is an ecstasy that marks the summit of life, and beyond which life cannot rise. And such is the paradox of living. This ecstasy comes when one is most alive, and it comes as a complete forgetfulness that one is alive. Intelligent men are cruel. Stupid men are monstrously cruel. And how have I lived? Frankly and openly, though crudely. I have not been afraid of life. I have not shrunk from it. I have taken it for what it was, at its own valuation. And I have not been ashamed of it. Just as it was mine. I won't subordinate my taste to the unanimous judgment of mankind. He was a silent fury, who no torment could tame. As one grows weaker, one is less susceptible to suffering. There is less hurt, because there is less to hurt. It's better to stand by someone's side than by yourself. Fear urged him to go back, but growth drove him on. Deep in the forest a call was sounding, and as often as he heard this call, mysteriously thrilling and luring, he felt compelled to turn his back upon the fire and the beaten earth around it, and to plunge into the forest. Limited minds can recognize limitations only in others. He was a man without a past, whose future was the imminent grave, and whose present was a bitter fever of living. My mistake was in ever opening the books. Every book was a peephole into the realm of knowledge. His hunger fed upon what he read and increased. Thank you for watching and for supporting us.